The Race Across America is one of the toughest endurance events in the world, taking those who compete across the Rockies, the Great Plains, the Mojave Desert and through Monument Valley, battling weather conditions and sleep deprivation as they race from one side of the USA to the other. Crossing 12 states and climbing more than 170,000 feet, only the strongest make it.
Doing this is proving to myself that I can do anything now, really.
Big relief, massive achievement, yeah, feeling really good.
RAAM isn't a stage race. Once the clock starts, it keeps on going until you cross the finish line.
Okay, I ride the Tour de France, but that's over 21 days. They're doing double that distance in a third of the time. You know, it's a different thing. It's an ultra endurance event, the Race Across America. It's something that I couldn't even conceive doing.
This is the story of how a team of wounded, injured and sick veterans took to their bikes to prove to themselves and the world that they can compete against able-bodied athletes and inspire others along the way, and all in under 7 days. The start line was Oceanside, California, but 6 months of intense training saw the riders join together in camps across the UK and France to compete against each other in a series of time trials and relay events for a coveted place on the team.
Very excited now. Just get out, 6 laps, best effort, and then see what happens after that.
24 and 36-hour exercises saw the men whittle down from 16 to the final 8. 3 on hand bikes, team captain Joe Townsend.
This event isn't about going out and breaking a world record for RAAM, it's about taking 8 injured servicemen, getting them to achieve something phenomenal, working as part of that kind of 8-man team which we'd have experienced in the military, and just, yeah, kind of raising the profile and just proving, I suppose, to the general population that anything is possible if you're willing to put your mind to it.
Triple amputee Josh Bodgie.
I mean, I'd never thought I'd become a cyclist, but it's the best thing I've done. Just finding opportunities and find ways of getting you out of the house and back into society, into normal life, and me being able to get on my bike and ride, just go out on my own, it just gives me that freedom.
I had the brake on, it just kept going and going and going, wouldn't stop.
And former rifleman Michael Swain.
Being on the hand bike, you're a lot slower than the uprights, and only been training for 6 months, and the guy's been training for 3-4 years. There's no pushing, there's no like, oh, hurry up this. They help each other out, and they wait for you and encourage you and they give you tips on the bike.
One recumbent rider, Rob Cromie Hawk.
Going from completely cold and having spent an hour in the vehicle first is hard work, but getting into rhythm, then you're just focusing on actually pushing for everyone else and making sure that you get into it as quickly as you can.
And 4 uprights, Vice Captain Andy Perrin.
It's a step into the unknown for me, so I've never done anything like this, and I think that, you know, the Crohn's is a nasty illness to have, and I just want to see if I can get through it, really.
Former para Jacco Van Gas.
It really gives you a sense of freedom. Something as simple as putting a prosthetic on again gives me the ability to compete and race and even, or just leisurely cycle with and against able-bodied guys, and so it makes it an equal playing field, and that's what I love about it.
Single amputee Craig Priest.
The way I see it now is I don't see myself as disabled. At the end of the day, I wake up in the morning and I put on a prosthetic limb, and after that, although there's things that limit what I can do, obviously my injuries, I don't let them. I always say it's about you owning your injuries and not letting them own you.
And the baby of the pack, 24-year-old Ryan Gray.
We're about to go up there now, so it's about 4,000 feet in 10 miles we're doing, me and Jacko. And then the hand bike's going to take over. Joe and Josh are going to take over for the massive downhill.
Good effort, bud.
Yeah, cheers.
Alongside them is a support crew made up of veterans and Help for Heroes volunteers, bringing their own skills and morale.
The comment of the night was when Truff got into his gonk bag and let out the biggest fart going, and Carlo went going, "You cannot be serious."
This is their Race Across America. The UK training complete, it was an early alarm call.
I was awake at 3:38, checking I had my passport, and I didn't have my little boy's passport. I've done that about 15 times.
And an 11-hour flight from London to Los Angeles, and the team was on its way. Once stateside, the bikes had to be built and checked thoroughly to ensure they met the strict race rules. And the riders took to the streets of California to finalise their training and acclimatise to the heat. Official duties included having their team photo taken, buying souvenir T-shirts,
no choice, this is the one,
and meeting the other competitors they'd be racing against. Six months of training has brought the team to this moment, more than 5,500 miles from home to the sunshine of Oceanside, California, and the crowds have come out to cheer them on.
I know the guys are hungry and they want this race, and actually all of us now just waiting for that starting gun to go so we can get on the roads and deliver what we've come out here to do.
Yeah, excited, feeling pumped now. Yeah, looking forward to it.
For me, it's like my journey's gone full circle. Now that I'm able to come back here and support another 8 injured guys doing something that, you know, was a once in a lifetime experience for me.
More than 1,000 people are racing this year.
So excited and quite a little bit emotional, if I'm honest.
Yeah, all good. Ready to do this again. Happy days.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, fellas.
This is one of only 2 times when the team will ride together. The next time, hopefully, they'll be crossing the finish line.
Slow down, mate. Slow down.
Great feeling from the start. Great atmosphere. It's lovely to have the team with us. And then myself and Joe broke left, and the others went right. So myself and Joe did the unsupported bit.
Heading out of the city and away from the beach, the route takes in the most famous descent in the region.
Okay, so we're at the top of the glass elevator now. Got about 10 miles of descent, nice sweeping turns. The speed's going to be hitting around 50 miles an hour down this. It's going to be awesome. See you in a bit.
A bit envious of the boy on the bike. It's what it is, isn't it? Fair play to him, he's earned it. So yeah, I'd love to have gone down this.
Yeah, good. I think my arms are aching more than his are.
Hidden wounds, hidden wounds.
Hidden wounds, yeah, no, tight.
Hit 55 mile an hour today. It's pretty close when your pass is only an inch or so off the tarmac. It's a great perception of speed, and yeah, it's one of the things I love about cycling, really.
In the early stages of the race, the teams remain close together, having set off around 2 minutes apart. But as the days go on, they'll see less and less of their competitors.
We are somewhere in the desert to the east of the Sierra Nevada. We're shifting pretty well. I think the guy's average speed at the moment is 20.5 miles per hour, although it's a stifling 114 Fahrenheit outside, which equates to around 45 degrees.
So tough.
They'll have to cycle around the clock, almost 500 miles a day, averaging more than 20 miles an hour to reach the finish line in their target time of less than 6.5 days.
Having that battle of another team just leapfrogging and changing just in front of you and then getting back in touch is hard.
Things don't always go to plan on the Ram, and when Michael's tyre bursts in the heat, team mechanic Don goes through more than half a dozen replacements trying to get him road ready again. When Craig arrives, they're still piecing the bike back together. But Swaney is soon back in the race again.
So tough.
The team is out of California and well on its way through Arizona, and that means desert heat and some big climbs up to Prescott. Cycling through the night can be tough, but as punishing as the schedule is, it does come with some rewards as the team arrives in Monument Valley just before sunrise.
It's just beautiful. If you can see it now, it's absolutely amazing. It's literally one of the wonders of this earth, and you get to cycle through it at sunrise, and it doesn't get better than that, really.
All this cycling through desert heat means the laundry is mounting, so the support crew get hard to work, while the riders set their sights on the Rockies.
We're about to go up there now, so it's about 4,000 feet in 10 miles we're doing, me and Jacko. And then the hand bike's going to take over. Joe and Josh are going to take over for the massive downhill.
They're about to hit the highest point in the Ram, 11,000 feet up Wolf Creek Pass.
I don't know if I'm bonking or if the hill's just bigger than I think it is. Only through apple pie.
Ryan and Jacko share the mountain load, and as the legs burned, they drop to doing just 1 mile at a time. With Josh getting to take the exhilarating descent the other side.
The top was brilliant. I think I was averaging sort of 50 miles an hour for the first 10 miles. Got a bit bumpy at the bottom, road surface sort of degenerating. Obviously they're resurfacing, but no, I love it. I mean, but that's nothing compared to what these boys have done today. That climb was immense. So nothing to worry about.
As sleep deprivation starts to take its toll, so do the crosswinds of Kansas, battering the team as they hit the halfway point in the middle of the night.
Good, yeah, I don't think it's sunk in yet. I think it's the same as when we started, and I think it sunk in when we started. I'm sure, you know, have a look at the map. I've had a look at the map and you see where we are, and it's like, that's a long way we've come, you know, and I think that's an achievement in itself so far.
With the sun high in the Missouri sky, the race was on. As Jacko waited to take over from Joe, he got more than he bargained for, and the hand cyclist came flying up the hill with an able-bodied rider in hot pursuit.
What happened there is we were trying not to get excited. We had an Army Ironman on the back of Joe, and we were trying not to tell Joe to work hard, because he always works hard and it's incredible. But the last 400 metres up a hill, even we got excited about it, and Joe got him across the line and beat him on a handbike. That is special.
There's no prize money waiting for them, just the chance to join the coveted few who've completed the race across America. Whether competing solo or as part of a team, ram riding can be solitary. The rewards come in riding some of the most iconic routes in all of America. And when they hit the Mississippi River, Rob joined Andy to cross the famous bridge.
Have a good one, mate. Cheers. Tough, tired, still going strong, but yeah, body's wearing out a little bit.
With the finish line almost in their sights, there was just one last mountain range to conquer, the Appalachians. While they'd faced temperatures in excess of 50 degrees Celsius in the desert, Tropical Storm Cindy now paid a visit. The rain fell hard and the air was humid, but the determination remained strong. The roads were dangerous, and while the climbs were hard, the descents were fast.
We've got a lot of climbing today in the Appalachians. I think it's about a 6 mile climb, something like that. not very nice weather, but it's just a case of pacing it now, I think. So we're just taking it, trying to keep it steady for a long day in the saddle.
Finally, 12 states done. The odd wrong turn here and there, but now they were in Maryland. The rain was relentless, but so was the team's spirit as Ryan rode the last pull to the final time station.
I'm done now. That was a hard 15 miles.
It literally just had every emotion there is. So yeah, very proud of all the boys. It's a fantastic achievement. So yeah, just here's the other guys.
The team together once again to ride the final stretch. They'd done it just before 4 a.m. 3,143 miles, a longer and tougher course than previous years, in 6 days, 12 hours and 36 minutes, smashing the record set by a Battleback team 5 years earlier and finishing 5th in their category and 8th overall.
Cycling means everything to me. It keeps me going, keeps me sane, keeps me fit, and just gives me something to look forward to. And now, you know, we've done this challenge, and already you can see that some of the guys are thinking of what we're going to do next.
So, like, just doing this has proven to myself that I can do anything now. Really, I've smashed the last 6 days, 100%, averaged over 20 mile an hour every ride nearly, except from the climbing. So my fitness now is really good. So I just need to crack on, really keep going, keep pushing on with the cycling, really.
Yeah, no, it was good. It just felt like one. We come in solid. We started solid. We finished solid. And like I say, yeah, we're a team. We finished as one. It was great.
Time to celebrate and decide, what do they do next?